Yesterday evening, something very small happened. Nothing dramatic, nothing cute enough for the internet. I was sitting on the floor, tired, quiet, just breathing. My rabbit was across the room, not asking for food, not asking for attention, just watching me. After a few minutes, he stood up, slowly. Then he hopped closer, not fast, not excited, just sure. He sat beside me, didn't ask for pets, didn't move away. And in that moment, I realized something. I didn't learn this from Google. I didn't learn it from videos. I learned it from living with my rabbit. And once I saw it, I couldn't unsee it. When I first brought my rabbit home, I thought love looked a certain way. I thought love meant interaction, touch, doing things together. I thought if he let me pet him, that meant trust. If he took food from my hand, that meant bonding. So when he ran away sometimes, I felt confused. Hurt, even. I remember thinking, I spend so much time with you. Why don't you want me right now? There were days he followed me everywhere. Days he flopped near me. Days I felt chosen. And then there were days he kept his distance, stayed on the other side of the room, watched me instead of joining me. I thought I was doing something wrong. I searched online. I watched videos. I tried to understand, but none of it really clicked. Because what I needed to learn wasn't information, it was awareness. One day, I stopped trying to interact. I didn't call him. Didn't reach for him, didn't move toward him. I just sat there, and something changed. He came closer on his own, not because I asked, not because I offered anything, just because he wanted to. This is when I understood something important. My rabbit wasn't avoiding me before, he was deciding. And I had never given him the space to decide. Living with a rabbit teaches you patience in a very quiet way. They don't rush toward love. They don't show affection loudly. They observe. They wait. They feel first. There were moments I thought meant nothing. The way he sat facing me instead of turning away. The way he stayed when I stood up slowly. The way he relaxed only after the room stayed quiet for a while. These moments never show up in search results, but they mean everything. I noticed something else too. On days when I was stressed, he stayed farther away. On days when I moved quickly, he watched instead of joining. I wasn't doing anything wrong, but my energy was different. And he felt it. I didn't learn that from the internet. I learned it by paying attention. There was a time when he stopped sitting near me completely. Days went by, he still ate, still played, still lived his life. But that closeness was gone, and that scared me. I thought I lost his trust. But one night I sat on the floor again, quiet, still. And after a long time, he came back. Not the same way as before, slower, more cautious, but real. That's when I realized something most people don't talk about. Trust with a rabbit is not constant. It's something they give in moments. And they take it back when they need to feel safe again. That doesn't mean failure. It means communication. I stopped expecting affection. And that's when it appeared. I stopped reaching. And that's when he leaned in. Living with my rabbit taught me that love doesn't always look like closeness. Sometimes it looks like space. Sometimes it looks like waiting. Sometimes it looks like sitting on the floor and doing nothing at all. Now, when he comes near me, I don't move right away. I let him decide what happens next. And when he stays, that means more than any pet ever could. Because that choice is his. If you've ever felt confused by your rabbit, if you've ever wondered why some days feel warm and others feel distant, you're not failing. You're learning. And the lessons don't come from Google. They come from living together, quietly, patiently, side by side. If this felt familiar, if it reminded you of your own rabbit, you're not alone. Like the video, so more rabbit owners can find it. Subscribe if you want to keep learning together. And if you feel like sharing, tell me your rabbit's name in the comments. I'd love to know who taught you the things the internet never could.